Hi, everybody. I'm Ross Treelevin, and welcome to another Spotlight interview. Today, we have Edna Alfaro joining us. Edna, can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, so thank you for inviting me to this interview. Um, uh, what can I say about me? I from El Salvador originally. I grew up there and I moved to Honduras for my college in a university named Escuela Agrícola Panamericana Zamorano. It's a place where you spend 4 whole years learning about agriculture in general. And you do like a very interesting situation where you study half of the day and the other half of the day you go to the field and work in there. So you do learn about like production in the field of like crops, but also production in the field of animals like cows or pigs and all sort of agricultural settings. Then I graduated in 2012 and I moved to United States to do an internship with the university, the Ohio State University. And I started doing mosquito research with a professor in there. So I learned a lot about all the types of mosquitoes around the United States, but also the world. Um, from there, I was ready to take my career again and go for a master's. And I graduated during the pandemic in 2020 as a master in entomology. Then I moved to University of Illinois in Illinois, Champaign, and I did research with the INSF group, which is doing all the surveillance of mosquitoes and tick in the whole state of Illinois. And then I applied for SPREG and I was invited to join. So now I am here.
That is it's so awesome to have such a diverse background there. I'm really interested in the school that you described. So half of the school day is classroom and half the school day is
That's
working
right.
in the agricultural setting.
Yep. You wake up around like 5 in the morning, 6:30, the classes start. And you're sitting in there learning about, any topic that is important for agriculture until it's like 11:30 or so. And you go to the cafeteria, get your food, go change to your working clothes, and you go to the field. It depends on which uh, year you are. It is the way that you go to learn. The first year is just like working with the machete or like any tools that work the field, like the soil, or like removing like weeds or things like that.
Wow.
The next year is more like producing in like the places like fruit processing, like doing like marmalades or like any type of things like that. And
Wow.
the third year is like working with the animals, like working with cows, working with pigs, working with, we also have tilapia, and they teach you how to remove everything from the tilapia and we sell it.
Wow. That's
It's pretty
incredible.
fun. Yeah,
That sounds like a great experience.
it
Now,
is.
now, so your role as a regional entomologist at Sprague, what is that? How is that different from the academic setting?
What is different on it? It is different because normally when you are doing work in the university, at least in my experience, I was just in the lab. I was just like getting samples that other people bring from the field and processing them and like in like lab setting, like doing RNA, DNA, and all type of those things that like the main thing in there, at least in Illinois, was knowing which type of insects were at that point of the time and if they have any type of disease. So this information we share with CDC, and they will, you know, tell the public like be careful in this area because there are this type of mosquitoes or this type of ticks, or be careful in this other area because you might get this disease. So compared with that to Sprague is a little different because I go more to the field and I go with the technicians and walk through around like the client building or whatever the client is, and we do like risk assessments, and I go involved and get like the samples for myself. And then normally if it is like a type of insect that I don't know, I go to my microscope and see what it is and give the report back to the client, and it's more direct contact with them. But also I help more like with trainings, so which is fun because I always take the time to prepare like a presentation from my technicians and sit with them and like just talk with them and explain what this topic important and what type of products we should use, uh what techniques we should like pursue in this type of settings and avoid all that type of like legal things, situations that we might get involved. Yeah.
Have you, without saying any clients' names, of course, is there any industry or any location that has been really fascinating to you since that you've been able to visit with since you joined us?
I mean, everyone is different and everything is so just interesting for me. Like, you won't consider like flies will be a problem in a situation, but they might be. So it depends of like what the client feel that is more important to them. But for us, it's not just what they see, is like anything that can affect them. So there have been places that you get all dirty and stinky, but it's just like fun to be around and like collecting the samples and bringing to my office and check for them, and just like talking with the group to the technical group and make like a agreement of what type of products we use is good because I know about like insecticides, but like it's different from my perspective of how the insecticide work as a active ingredient to that technical team that has a lot of experience with like just the name of the product, and then how people like think that the product is just different because the name is different, not the active ingredient. And that's something that we try to teach the guys to make sure that they know that the active ingredient has to be rotate and avoid resistance.
That's so awesome. Now you're
Yeah.
on the technical team. There's, I know you and I talked that you watched Jeff Weir's spotlight interview before he started. You've got an eclectic group of people with lots of different specialties on the technical team.
That's right.
Who has made an impact on your thinking and your learning since you joined Sprague from the technical team?
All of them. Everybody is just like have so much experience. I mean, like when I talk with Ashley, she helped me to understand better the point of view of the technicians if I don't have that. And when I speak with Jeff, it's more like if I have a problem with the storage product Pest, because he has a lot of experience on that. So it's easy for me to go with him when I don't know which type of insect is that. And Bobby is just like everything else, like anything that I don't really know, I send a picture and he will tell me what it is. And just from like some conditions that are in there, it's easy for him like tell me based on his experience. So yeah, I mean, I have learned a lot from them, and I love that they always are there. You know, like if I ask them, they are not like taking days. It's like just few minutes and they explain me things, and it's good. Yeah.
That's awesome. You've got a pretty technical team there in Denver too. I know the
Oh yeah,
branch manager Colbin is quite
they
technical
are pretty
himself,
good.
and
Yeah.
so there's no shortage of people around who can
No,
help. Yeah, which is great.
no, not at all. Yeah.
That's awesome. So when you're not working, what keeps you occupied?
Um, Right now is the leadership program because it keep me reading books and like preparing for projects and all that. But other things that I like is like go to the gym or go for hiking or like just watching soccer. It's like so fun. And like we were finishing watching the NBA finals. I mean, the sport that I like the most play is basketball,
Mhm.
but I don't play anymore. So it's watching basketball and soccer is my main thing right now.
Now, are the Denver Nuggets your team since they obviously just won the championship? Kind of.
I mean, because I spent a lot of time in Ohio, I will say that I a Cavaliers fan.
Okay.
But being here and see how good the team is, I also support Nuggets. I mean, they are different conference, so I'm fine with that. I will say.
I I had that I had that experience when I lived there because I was a Seahawk fan, but everybody's so into the Broncos, and if the Broncos are good, it's hard not to be excited for them and for
Exactly.
the city. Yeah. Uh,
Exactly.
Now, when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, they beat the Broncos, and I lived in Denver, and so I didn't show my face around my friends for a few
It's like,
days. Yeah, I
yeah.
understand. Maybe we'll get a Cavaliers Nuggets series one of these days. So now,
Yeah, maybe. Who
maybe
knows?
so.
That would be fun. I
Now,
will definitely go to watch that game.
well, I would hope that you would, especially
Yeah.
the great it's now the Ball Arena. We used to be the Pepsi Center.
Yeah.
Now,
I've been
you
there.
recently were awarded the MPMA Impact Award for Women in Pest Management. Now, tell me about that honor.
Well, it was surprising, I will say. At that point, I was kind of like worried about other situations that I didn't know that I was even nominated. And then everything was good, and they just sent me an email saying congratulations. I was like, congratulations on what? I don't know. I've been invited to that conference, which seems pretty good because it's just for women, and it's like helping, like showing that we also can be part of it, and that people are proud of have women in those settings. And then seeing my name in the nominees and award was pretty good. I mean, I wasn't expecting, and I will say thank you to the person that nominated me. But yeah, it was good, and now I have my award in the wall in my office, which is good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
thank
Well,
you.
well, I know that we're all very excited for you too. I mean, anytime that somebody on our team can be nominated and win an award like that, it's pretty cool, and so we're pretty excited for you. And
Yeah, it's nice. Thank you. Thank you.
well, if somebody was thinking about joining Sprague, what advice would you have for them?
Go for it. You want like uh you will feel like you are welcome all the time when you start because there is always someone that will like show you around and help you like get familiar with things and people. It's not just like there you go. They don't just push you to the pool. They help you to give you the tools to be able to float around and like learn. We try and as the whole company, I would say, not just the technical team, we're trying to create a better way to like for the people that are starting to learn from the beginning the main things. We do have the intro training. I'm sorry. We have the intro training, which means like whoever starts come and see it and learn the basics, which is good. And then we have other service like training you for taking the test and pass the test for the license. So we have all the tools for you to like be able to learn and feel welcome.
Well, and then even if you come with tons of experience like you do, there's also leadership development, which then takes a lot of your
Exactly,
time.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you will say that I have all the experience, but it's still like I feel like I have all the support that I needed to learn things that I didn't really know. And as you said, there is also like that will help you like be more involved in the whole like corporate company, you know, and that's good, and that's good. And everybody is just so nice. I can't complain. I started my career with Sprague the the week that we have the banquet,
Oh yes, the super
and
meeting.
everybody was saying like you are drinking from the house, because it was like a lot of information at the same time, meeting a lot of people from different branches, and I was like, I don't remember your name, you know, but like at the same time, it was like everybody was so nice that I felt like even if I don't remember the name, the next time that I see that person, I will remember the face, and I will say like, I remember you, but I don't know your name. So they are very nice of like, yeah, it's this, and you're still here, and we enjoy to have you here, and that's good, and that feels good.
That's so awesome. Well, thanks for joining me today on the Spotlight, Edna. We're so
Yeah,
thrilled to have
thank
your
you.
team on our team, and congratulations on winning the
Thank you.
MPMA Impact Award.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be part of the Sprague family.